Hey, this is Sasha. Welcome to another episode here on Backstage Income, and I'm going to share with you a little thing that I use for video recording, and it is called the Stream Deck. So this is made by Elgato. I got a couple of them actually, so I'll show you. I didn't get paid for this review, and I didn't even get them for free. So I use my own money, and I'll show you how I use them, what they can do, and just some things as if you're recording videos or even, you're looking to speed up the workflow and the process. So let's check it out and go to the screen. All right, so here's the Elgato Stream Deck. Okay, so if we take a look at this and we just kind of zoom in a little bit, you can see that it's got a handful of buttons here for you, and you can go ahead and customize these kinds of things. Now, for me, I went ahead and customized these a little bit different based on my needs. But basically, when you get a Stream Deck, you got an attached cable, you can't detach it. You got this stand right here, which the stand is a little flimsy. It comes out kind of like this. And now you can use it as kind of a support for, this device right here that you put in. And the buttons are real nice. So when you roll, the kind of like glass feeling buttons. So the way that I kind of use this is I actually have a couple of these Stream Decks, and right now we're using one of them. And so here's two. And let me pull in, here's a third. So I got three different Stream Decks. I'll go ahead and lower this so you can kind of see. One right now is in active mode, which basically to me means that, hey, we're in use. So we're recording the video right here. I went ahead and started it, so it's being used. I use it for a couple different things. So if I'm using it for streaming and recording videos, definitely I go ahead and do kind of a setup first. So I can activate and deactivate certain things. So I can activate different logos. So I might activate it for different shows that I have. And that just kind of goes to my OBS settings, which I'll show you here in just 1 second. So let me move this OBS settings in here. We'll go to the screen, and now you can see my OBS settings, and it's kind of recording it. Although it's very, very weird, right? Because you get this mirror effect. But really what it comes down to is I have all these different settings on my OBS. And because of that, this allows me to hop around. So I don't know if that kind of makes sense for you, but ultimately, if I go ahead and hit the face shot, what it's going to do is it's going to go to the face. If I go ahead and hit the corner shot, it's going to go to the corner. If I go ahead and hit a split screen, it'll go there. And back to the face or overhead. So I went ahead and hit overhead. So these different ones allow me to kind of flip through different scenes. I've also created another Stream Deck, so saying, hey, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll go ahead and push that. And what it does is it'll pop up different kind of assets for me, depending on the show that I'm doing. And you can go ahead and switch these kinds of things. So I could go ahead and hit this one, and you have a different subscribe button that comes up. I could go ahead and hit this one. Boom, and you create these little animations, you put them in, and all I'm doing is tagging or grabbing these kinds of files from my hard drive. And you could, sky's the limit. Whatever you kind of want to do, you can pull out files and get these kinds of files and create your own. And as you tap them, they'll go ahead and pop on screen. So anyways, that's kind of the way I kind of use this one. This one is all for recording, and the third one here is kind of also, I might be like, let's say sales and promotions, and I could say, hey, we got a 20% sale or 15% sale, and I could go ahead and hit one of those, and then it'll pop up kind of a promotion for a few seconds. I could hit a different one, so if I want another one, it'll pop it out there. So all these are very handy. You could, of course, use it as a kind of an app or a task app situation where, hey, I go ahead and launch some of these, and then those have their own kind of keystrokes. That's another possibility, but I don't really do it or use it for that way. And if you go to the screen, let's just go ahead and hit this corner area. You can go ahead and name, if you have multiple Stream Decks, you can go ahead and name them, customize them. So here I can go ahead and rearrange icons, so I could switch this one to this one. And now let me go ahead and show you those will get switched, right? So here's the heart over here, and you can go ahead, and if I go ahead and move them over, you'll see, boom, it's almost instantaneous that they get swapped. I could go ahead and switch this one with this one. All I'm doing is just dragging and they go ahead and get switched. So let's go back to the corner screen here. So that's all you really do is you just kind of rearrange those kinds of things. So anyway, you know, when you're looking at this to customize it, there's a lot of variations that you could do. You could do game capture, mixer, OBS Studio, so you could pull in things from a scene. Let me show you what I did here with the activate, deactivate. You know, this is if I'm launching, let's say, a different show for one of my other YouTube channels. So I could go ahead and say, hey, let's activate. I'm gonna go ahead, activate this one, Traders Fly, my Traders Fly show. First, I'll go ahead and deactivate everything. So I'll hit deactivate, and I'll go ahead and hit activate, and it'll just pop out all those logos and that I need. And that also means for the end screen. So if I go to the end screen, this is going to be this one. If I deactivate that and then activate, let's say, Hungry for Returns, this is a different one. What you're going to see is a different end screen. Let's deactivate that one, and then I'll go ahead and activate the normal one. So you can see really sky's kind of the limit with what you can kind of do. So we're going to go back to that corner area, and now I got too many activated. So there we go, deactivated. So that's really how I use it, is I do the preset setup with it because it goes and does a lot of macros. So let's say it's activating, activate this scene, that scene, activate that scene, and you know, turn it on. Or here it might be turn it off, because my OBS is huge for a couple different shows, and all it's doing is hiding some and showing the others. So, you know, if you have it for different needs, you could use it for Photoshop, you could use it for any kind of art program, you can use it for launching websites, you know, hotkeys like that. So if you go in and let's just say I want to go ahead and launch my email, I want to go ahead and launch a website, a text, you know, there's a lot of different things out there that you could do with it. So ultimately, I think it's a great, wonderful product. You know, check it out. If you're interested in the product, I'll link my affiliate link in the description here below. You can also, they also have another one that's coming here to show you Stream Deck for you. So this is kind of the one I have. There's the 15 keys. They also have a smaller one, you know, because you could create folders within folders to go ahead and use it. But they also have the Stream Deck XL that's coming out. This will be the 32 keys. It's not available, or oh, maybe it is in stock. So there you go. You know, just the other day when I looked at it, this one was not available, but now it is. So they have the 32 key version. They have the 15 key. For me personally, I actually would prefer to have multiple smaller versions, because then I could kind of space them across my desk where one switches to the app, the other does not. But you know, it really just depends on how you use it, what you're using it for. But they do have a kind of a 32 key version and also a 15 key version and a 6 key version. So check it out, links in the description. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me hit this button over here to switch on over. And if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the face icon here, or of course get on the newsletter list so you can see some other great tools, tips, things that I'm using, or some of the great video courses that I have available. Thank you so much for joining me. And in the end, remember, do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.